Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with my March TBR. March is going to be the start of like a very busy next few months because it is the start of all of the book signings I'm going to. I go to one at the end of March, I go to one during April, I go to one in May, and I go to one in June. So these next 4 months are going to be very, very busy, and I'm excited. So I go to Readers Take Denver at the end of the month. I'm going to see Christy from Christy Reads a Lot. I'm going to stay with her, and I'm so, so excited. I'm going to see some amazing authors like Elsie Silver, Nikki Castle, Beverly Jenkins. I'm freaking out, but I have exciting plans in March, so it's also going to be a very busy month and leading into a very busy April. So lots of things happening in my life, but I'm very excited for the reading I have. So the first book I have a bunch of book clubs, as always, and read-alongs. So the first one is my Patreon book club. I invite an author guest. We chat about the book that the author has chosen. So for March, I have Gianna Darling coming, and if you're interested, my Patreon is always linked down below. We always do our live show about mid-month because all my other book clubs are at the end of the month and I get swamped with reading. So we are reading Halo by Ella Frank and Book Blaine. This is an MM rockstar romance, and I know that Gianna Darling absolutely loves MM romances, so I am super excited to chat with her and read this one. I think they're bandmates. So I've only read, I think, one Ella Frank and I really liked it, and I don't think I've read anything from Brooke Blaine, so I'm very excited to read that book. So that is one of my book clubs. Lacey and I have not yet picked Ravished by Romance. The day I'm filming this, we always wait till the last minute, so check our Instagram for that one. But for Historical Hellions, Samantha and I are reading Thunder and Roses by Mary Jo Putney. This is going to be my first Mary Jo Putney. Well, I think I might have read one of her newer ones a while ago, but this is one of her older ones. I love her step backs. This is so pretty. So this one says that they call him the Demon Earl. So they do end up using the G word in here for someone who is Romani, so do know that if you end up reading this one. They use that word when speaking of those people before 2000s. I know that's in a lot of Lisa Kleypas books too, and she's actually rewriting hers to take that word out, especially in the Hathaway series. But this one, she's a quiet school teacher and she has to ask the Demon Earl to help save her village, and he says she has to agree to live with him for 3 months and he'll help her. So she says yes. And it sounds like really fun. I'm excited, and I just love her covers. So my favorite part of our book club is that we discover new historical romance authors that we could like. So very, very excited to read that one. Then Tori and I have the end of our Nashville Star read-along. So we are going to read Need You Now and then Bring You Back. So these are books 3 and 4 in the series by Ava Hunter. We just had our live show actually yesterday of the day I'm filming this for books 1 and 2, which is a lot of fun to chat about. And these are small town, a little bit of romantic suspense, rockstar romances. They are all in Nashville with like this country band, and this one is Seth, who is the brother of the hero in book 1, and he ends up being with the sister of the heroine of book 1, which is his best friend. So it's best friend's little sister, and he does have a substance abuse issue, so he definitely deals with that. Like page 1 I was looking at during the live show, and it's about him almost relapsing, so definitely know that going in. These are actually a lot darker than I thought they would be. They deal with a lot of heavy triggers, so know that if you are joining our live shows, but it is 2 Fridays from this week. So not this Friday, but the next Friday we will be chatting on Tori's channel about these 2 books. The 4th book in the series is actually A Marriage in Trouble, which I'm very, very excited to read. So I'm excited to read these books and finish out the series, because doing read-alongs absolutely helps me actually finish series, because we all know I'm horrible at that. So the next read-along actually we picked during our live show last night. So Tori and I love reading series together. So the next series we are going to be reading together is the Blame It on the Alcohol series by Fiona Cole. So I don't know if this one, I think this one is actually the first one. So we have Blame It on the Champagne, Blame It on the Tequila, and Blame It on the Vodka, and I think they are all Married in Vegas romances. This one she marries her boss, who she hates. So I don't know if all 3 of them are Married in Vegas, but they all look really fun. And I did not know though that she changed the covers of these. So this one actually now has a couple on the cover, and I have the one with just her on the cover. So I ended up getting this, which I forgot that Tori remembered. I got this in Nashville when we saw her almost exactly a year ago till the day I'm filming this. I got to see Fiona Cole in Nashville. So I'm excited to read this series, and they're all on KU, and I believe they all have audiobooks as well. So check out our Instagrams and see for an announcement coming soon for this read along. Okay, then the next read along I'm doing is for the ACOTAR series. I don't remember if we're doing books 3 and 4 or 3 and 3.5. I don't remember what we're reading, but I'm for sure reading Wings and Ruin. I am almost done with ACOTAR, and I had to read Kamaf, even though our live show's today. I went on vacation last week and totally underestimated how much I had to read. So I did finish almost book 1 and I'm reading book 2 tomorrow. So I'm gonna read book 3 during the month of March and possibly book 4. I have to look back and see what we had planned on reading because Frost and Starlight I was so bored with. I don't know if I'll reread that one, but definitely reading book 3. I did not realize how short book 1 was. Like, it's 420 pages. Like, I'm flying through that book. And this one is literally 700 pages. So I don't know why book 1 was so short, but gotta read this one I've read this already. Like, I read the whole series as they were coming out. I read this one literally on release day. I took the day off of work and read the entire thing, and I have not read it since. So I'm excited to reread it. Okay, so then I have a bunch of romances here, and then I have a bunch of audiobooks and Kindle Unlimited books I want to read. So first, I have an audiobook for Up All Night with a Good Duke and book 2. So I actually read this, and I read like 120 pages. I must have taken my bookmark out because it was a while ago, and I really, really liked it. He's a widower. He has a daughter, and she works at a finishing school, I believe. And yeah, she also writes gothic romance novels that his daughter reads. And so they meet. He immediately is like, oh my gosh, those novels are horrible. And so they don't really get along in that sense, but they end up falling for each other. So I read like the first 100 and something pages, and I really, really liked it, but I had to pick up something else. So I did get the audio of this one, and my library also has the audio of book 2. So I downloaded both of them. Hopefully I do enjoy them because I'm really excited for that one. I also ended up getting my Audible credits. So Audible was doing a thing where if you spent 3 credits, you got a $10 coupon. I don't get their coupons. My email, for some reason, is really weird with Audible. I don't get them. There was also something where if you listened for 20 minutes for 5 days in February, you got a $5 coupon. Didn't show up either, so I had to chat with them, and they send it right away to me when I tell them I haven't gotten it. I have to keep track of their challenges and what I earned so I can tell them, like, I didn't get this. So with my $10 coupon, I ended up getting the audiobook for Bittersweet Heart because I loved Little Eyes. Helena Hunting, her Puck series, I liked the first one, but it's very over-the-top comedy, and I'm like not the biggest fan of that, so rom-coms are not my thing. I loved Little Eyes, so I want to read book 2, and this one is about a hockey player, so I'm really, really excited for book 3 though. Book 3 is gonna be so good, and I would love for her to write a book about the heroine's brother from book 1. I need that, but this one is with his professor. So I'm really excited. Hockey player professor romance. It's gonna be really good. So highly anticipating that. With that coupon, I also bought The Wrong Bride, which is book 1 in the something series. It's their last name. I read The Temporary Wife, which is book 2, and I really enjoyed that by Katerina Mora, so I went ahead and bought the audio of book 1, and I'm really excited. It is a marriage of convenience, and he actually is like betrothed to her sister, and then she shows up to marry him, and I think like they've been in love with each other the whole time though, so very angsty. I'm very excited to read that. I also want to read a Nora Roberts book each month, which I've been doing so far. I read The Obsession, and then I read The Witness, so I would love to read Black Hills next. I'm reading the ones that people said like I'll love, so far The Obsession's my favorite. The Witness I read and gave 3.5 stars. There was not enough suspense in there for me, and I was a little disappointed because it was so long. I think with hers though, I should read them physically. So I read The Obsession physically, I listened to The Witness, and because it was 16 hours, I feel like it dragged by too much. So I really want to read Black Hills because I heard that she has her own animal sanctuary. He visits every summer and falls in love with a girl who lives next door, and then they end up discovering a hiker's body, and now years later, she wants to become a wildlife biologist and protect her family land, and he struggles with his dad's demands to attend law school and be a lawyer, and now they're back together in Black Hills. So he's an investigator in New York. Ooh, she has a cougar. Yeah, so I think she opened her own animal sanctuary. I'm so excited to read this one. So hopefully I enjoy this. It's very old. Like, look how yellow those pages are. I bought this on eBay used, so hopefully I like it. This is one that I was told I would like. I love how she has animals in her books, so hopefully I enjoy this one. And then I have a couple authors I really want to get into because I'll see them later this year at signings. So the first one's Help Me Remember by Corinne Michaels. I actually got to see her at a Polycon and bought this to have it signed. This one's in Amnesia Romance. So I think I'll like this. I ended up actually buying another book in the series from Target when they had their sale, so hopefully I enjoy that one. And I also have 2 books in the Redemption Hill series by A.L. Jackson. I think she's going to be at Seattle and possibly Book Bonanza. So this one's book 4 that just came out. It's a single dad romance. This is Promise Me Always. I'm very excited for this one. And then I also have this one, and it's Forced Proximity Single Parent as well. This is Say It's Forever. I don't know what number in the series it is, but I'm pretty sure this one he has a motorcycle. So I also bought another one in this series from Target that's behind me. So Redemption Hill series, high on my TBR. I also have Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake. I just got this on audio. So this one's another sapphic romance in the series, and they have to renovate a house, and one's the contractor and I think one is the person like in charge of the renovation. So hopefully I enjoy this one. Glad I got on audio because I loved Delilah Green Doesn't Care. That one was so good. And then I have Wildcat by Rebecca Genshak, another author I'm going to meet this year, and I really want to read her hockey romance. So I got her new one that I'm hopefully reading this week, but I want to go back and read the first one, and this one I think is The Coach's Daughter. We love a Coach's Daughter hockey romance, so I'm excited for that. And another author I'm going to meet is Lena Hendricks, and I need to read The Badge and the Alias. These are kind of romantic suspense where they're living on a ranch that's like the witness protection program. That's all I can say about these. Very, very excited for them. And then I have my list of ones that I have on audio. So I do have Head Above Water by C.E. Ritchie. So I really want to read Iced Out. Definitely high on my TBR. But I have the audiobook for this one that I bought during a buy one, get one free if you use a credit, so like buy 2 for 1 credit on Audible. So this one, I think that all of them are like really, really emotional that this author writes. So this is talking about grief and how there's a lot of pain and grief, and then the other hero never wanted this family, especially him, and he's his biggest weakness. He's unattainable, and they find solace in each other. So it's a stepbrother romance. I literally just filmed the most taboo romances I've read video, so I'm ready for some taboo goodness. I'm really excited for that one. I also have Unraveling Him by Claire Kingsley. This is book 3 in the Bailey Brothers series. It looks like it's Grump Sunshine. He has a business. It's small town. He's a custom car builder, so she is having car troubles and needs him to help her, but apparently he hates her father. So it's definitely Grumpy Sunshine. It's book 3 in the series, but the second couple in the series. So I read the second book in the series last month, and I really like that second chance romance, so I'm excited to read this one. I also have Midnight Lily by Mia Sheridan. I'm going to be able to do something very exciting with Mia Sheridan in April that has not been announced yet, but I'm very excited. And this one, he used to be a pro football player, and he goes to like this small mountain town and meets her, and that's all I know, but I want to read more Mia Sheridan, so I found the audio for this one from my library, so this is high on my TBR. I also have Hawk by Jessie Hall. No idea what this is about, but I got it on KU because tons of my friends have been talking about it, and at first they compared it to After But Better, but then they compared it to Thoughtless by S.E. Stevens, which is one of my favorite books when I was in college. I was obsessed with that book. It's a love triangle. It's a 3-book series, technically about the same couple, but then there was like one written from his perspective and then like one written about another character. But Rockstar Love Triangle, she was engaged to his best friend. If this one's like Thoughtless, I'm very excited to read it. Then I really want to read The Right Move by Liz Tomford. This one is a basketball player romance. It is book 2 in the series. I loved book 1, gave it 5 stars, and this one is fake dating. So I feel like I'm gonna love it, and I've seen so many of my friends love it, and they love it more than the first book, so I have high hopes for this one. And the last one I really want to read is Autumn Nights by Willow Astor. This is a football single dad romance. That's all I needed to know. I did not know Willow Astor wrote like those kind of contemporary romances. I thought she wrote just like really serious emotional romances. So I'm really excited. I didn't even tell from the cover either that this was a football romance. So hopefully I enjoy it. But those are the books that I hope to read in March. Let me know down below what you're excited for me to read or what you're excited to read this month. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.